McFarlane Toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're looking at the McFarlane Toys Fortnite Rex action figure. This is the first figure I've received from the second wave of Fortnite figures. They've only released 2 of them so far, being Rex and Drift. This figure looks pretty cool, nice green, vibrant. Looks like it comes with a pickaxe, a gun, a back bling, and a stand. I believe this guy's back bling is called Scaly, and his pickaxe is called Bite Mark. Very fitting for this character. So let's take a look at the packaging. It boasts on 22 parts of articulation. Fortnite, nice green package, first time we've seen this. Of course, Rex, ages 12 and up. Got a little barcode here, not sure what that's for. If anybody knows, please put in the comments below. A little picture of the guy from the game. On the top, of course, got McFarlane Toys with the Spawn logo. Another picture of the character, Fortnite Rex. On the side, Fortnite Rex again. Other side, Fortnite Rex with his arms crossed. On the bottom, just a barcode and a bunch of junk warnings. And on the back side, we've got Drift and Rex from this wave. Looks like they're trying to keep the other 2 characters secret, but I personally know that Amazon has already let us order Carbride and Omega. Then we had the Unicorn Lady, Bright Bomber. Not sure if she's being released in Wave 2 or what's going on. It kind of looks like yes, that's the plan, but we won't know for a couple more months. And you can also see Wave 1 and some of the larger items they have to offer as well. So with no further ado, let's open this guy up and just see how awesome he is. Alright, well now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. He comes with an RPG, back bling, pickaxe, and a stand. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. I think he looks really good. Nice, bright, vibrant colors. The green and the orange really contrast against each other. Looks really nice. I like his mask, or hat, whatever you want to call it, thing. You can see his face on the inside there. Looking pretty good. Very game accurate. See his arms. Everything looking pretty cool. Next, let's check out this guy's accessories. He comes with 4 items, an RPG, a back bling called Scaly, a pickaxe called Bite Mark, and a Fortnite stand. Start with the stand. Useless junk, comes with all the Fortnite figures. I'm not much of a stand guy, so it's going to a huge box full of stands, but I know there are some people that like to display their figures on top of them. Next, let's look at the RPG. It has a green top, and I'm not sure if that's game accurate or if it's just supposed to go along with the Rex. I don't recall any of the RPGs being green, but it's a nice sort of face on the front. Actually looks pretty cool. And this is my favorite weapon in the game. Find it's, if you can use it right, it's very easy to kill people with it. And so I'm very happy to finally have an action figure version of this from the actual game. Here is Rex's rocket launcher compared to all the different rocket launchers in my action figure collection. These 2 here are from McFarlane Toys from Walking Dead. These 2 are from Mattel, Movie Masters from a Joker. And these 3 are from Mafex and Figure Arts, different various Joker figures. Then here is Rex's RPG compared with all the different Fortnite weapons they've released so far. These 4 are from the first series, and these 2 are from the second series. Cannot wait to see what the next figures come with. Alright, here's Rex holding the rocket launcher. One of the first things I noticed about these Fortnite figures are neither one of them has a trigger finger. With Series 1, all 4 of the figures had a trigger finger specifically on their left hand. I kind of like this. It allows you to hold in the right hand without feeling like you're doing something wrong. Really like the way this RPG looks. It really matches his color combination here. Has that smiley face on the front, which I really enjoy. And it fits in his hand really nice, and it supports against his shoulder. Overall, I think it just looks really good. Then here's a different figure holding Rex's RPG, as well as Rex holding a different action figure's Fortnite weapon, being the Scar. Next item on the agenda is his back bling. It is called Scaly. I personally like the way it looks. Obviously it's lizard-esque. Orange spikes. You can see the legs and arms of the lizard back here. And of course it has the peg which will allow it to attach to his back. Here is Rex's back bling compared with all the other back blings that McFarlane has made so far. Combined total of 6 of them. Here is Rex actually wearing his back bling. I think it looks pretty good. I love the way the spikes go from his head all the way down his back. I really like the way the green looks. I love how it matches his outfit. I love the little feet on the back of there. It looks like an actual lizard sort of grabbing onto him. I must say, this back mount matches him so well. It looks like it was actually meant for this guy, which in fact I'm pretty sure it was. Here is Rex wearing a different figure's back bling, as well as a different figure wearing Rex's back bling. Don't forget that in the game, all these items are interchangeable. Their back bling, their pickaxe, their glider, etc., etc. So you can mix match and make crazy combos in the game, and you can do the same thing with your figures. As the line expands, they're going to have more and more varieties that you can choose from, which is, I think, really, really cool. Next, let's look at his pickaxe. I must say, liking this thing a lot. First thing that I thought was, wow, it'd be really awesome if this was a functioning sort of arm grabber type thing. This pickaxe is called the Bite Mark, and it's very appropriate for Rex, kind of being like a dinosaur, T-Rex, lizard guy, and having this. First thing I tried to do was actually open this. It looked like it would be articulated, but I don't believe it is actually made to function that way. It looks like it's sculpted so it wouldn't actually work that way. Boy, it sure had me fooled at first. I thought that'd be really cool if it was an articulated jaw. You can see here, if it was a real item, this is where the hand would squeeze it and it would be able to open and shut down here. Very vibrant colors. I think it looks really, really, really cool and has a little bit of personality to it as well. And then here's the bite mark compared to all the other pickaxes that McFarlane has made so far. There are a combined total of 6 of them right now, with tons more in the works. Now here's Rex holding his pickaxe, presumably getting ready to go and mine for some materials. God only hope that he's not actually trying to take somebody out with that. I think it looks pretty cool. Holds it with 2 hands, can hold it with 1 hand as well if you prefer. Of course, you can go to the back here, sort of chop up and down, mine materials, break through the wall. And then guess what? He actually chopped his way all the way through the wall and exposed a chest that he heard so he could get some loot. And then here's Rex holding another figure's pickaxe, as well as another figure holding Rex's pickaxe. Once again, showing that these accessories are interchangeable and you can customize your character the way that you want. Now that we've taken a pretty in-depth look at his accessories, next let's check out the height of this figure. This is a McFarlane figure. They're pretty much on the taller end of things, full 7-inch scale. So this guy here looks like he's going to measure up right around just a little bit below 7 inches. If you count the spikes on top, he's just a hair above 7 inches. Next, let's check out this guy's articulation, and it is pretty superb, pretty consistent with the rest of the Fortnite figures they've made so far. McFarlane has recently announced that this is going to be the standard articulation for most of their figures moving forward, and I cannot wait. So let's start with his head. Of course, it can turn around, no problem. It can go back and forth pretty nicely, which gives him some personality. And it can look up, really not too far, and down, up and down, not that much. His shoulders, they go out more than 90 degrees, which is pretty nice. They're on a ball joint here, so they can pretty much do absolutely everything you want it to do. Got a bicep cut. He's got double jointed elbows, which are very nice and functional. Can put his arm up here, can put it into his mask, scratch his face, act like he's thinking, all kind of stuff. Then his wrists, of course, they go around all the way, and it has a hinge as well. He's got this ab crunch here that doesn't go around, but it does go up and down a little bit, as well as his waist swivel, which won't go all the way around, but it adds a lot of functionality. This guy can really move around nicely, can do dance moves, etc. If you combine his ab crunch and waist swivel with his head, he can look down about that far and up about that far, which is pretty nice. His legs, they go out, and it pops out. Loves to do that if you push it too hard. They go out. This thing is going to end up obstructing it. Guess not that far. Forward, really not that far either. He should be able to sit down though, and back, pretty much not at all. His knees, double jointed, pretty much go all the way back. Then his ankles, can move him around, of course. Can't really tilt unless you were to take this joint here, push it to the side, push the leg back, and then it would presumably be able to tilt. Very similar to the DC Essentials ankles. Then of course it can go up and down that far, and as you can see it has toe articulation as well. Here he is next to all the different Fortnite McFarlane figures that they've made so far. There's a combined total of 6 of them, with the rest of Wave 2 should be at least 8 figures. It's possible to be 9 depending on what they do with Bright Bomber, Omega, and Carbride. And boy, they have shown us so many more figures upcoming from Toy Fair. Here he is next to all the different McFarlane Fortnite figures that I've acquired so far. You may wonder, why do I have 4 of the Skull Trooper? I use them as Scarecrow thugs in my Batman action figure collection, which I think works out pretty nicely. Super excited to continue expanding the collection. Here he is next to a couple of other McFarlane 7-inch action figure lines. As you can see, he fits in just nicely with them, scales up pretty good. Here he is next to a Mattel DC Universe Classics figure. This is a Copperhead figure. You can see he's a little bit shorter than the McFarlane figure. The Mattel DC Universe Classics are typically a 6-inch scale, whereas the McFarlane Fortnite are a 7-inch scale. This is also a similar figure as far as he has sort of an animal-like head with his face sticking out, kind of a mask or hood or whatever you want to call it. Here is Rex next to a pretty decent-sized T-Rex. This T-Rex usually sits in my Batcave as Batman's trophy. Here he is in a battle royale with a bunch of other Fortnite figures ambushing each other from all different directions. And don't forget about the guys on top that are sniping. Here he is next to a few different action figure accessories that complement my Fortnite figures. Not exactly customs, but substitutions. Here he is holding a minigun. Here he is holding a quad rocket launcher. Looks like he's got 2 rockets loaded, ready to go. Ready to take out some people. Here he is holding a type of pump shotgun, ready to get a couple close range kills. Here he is opening a chest. This is an actual Fortnite toy, but it's not from McFarlane Toys, and it's not quite scaled right for this figure. Here he is retrieving all of the loot he can hold. Here he is with a balloon getting ready to do some very high jumping. And then here he is with a few balloons getting ready to float across the entire map, hopefully outrun the storm. Here are a couple of different duos fighting against each other. I see Rex with his RPG, and then the Skull Trooper trying to get lucky and snipe from the shopping cart. And then here's Rex healing himself with a campfire, but doing it like a noob and not boxing himself up, doing it out in the open. He is definitely going to get sniped doing this. And then here it looks like it's Rex's lucky day. He found himself a llama. This is an official Fortnite release, but obviously not from McFarlane Toys. This is a stuffed llama that I found, I believe, at Walmart. And even though it's way too large, I appreciate it for what it is and use it for my figures. All in all, this is a very solid figure. Very consistent with the rest of the Fortnite releases as far as quality goes and articulation. I think the color scheme works great for this guy. He looks a lot like I remember Rex from the game. I personally don't have this skin, and honestly I always thought it looked kind of dumb and didn't have any interest in it. I like this figure a lot more than I was expecting to. I don't think I like him more than Drift, so far he's the least favorite of the wave, but it's only 2 figures to compare him to so far, and that doesn't mean I don't like him. I like him a lot. If I were to rate this figure, I'd probably give him a full 7 out of 10. I know I've been using that a lot lately, but this guy, he deserves it. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please press like below. If you want to see additional videos from me, press subscribe. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comments below. Keep an eye out for my review on Drift coming very soon. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.